Okay, first thing is the date. Let's put a date on it. Today's date. We've got the familiar, probably, list of different salutations up there, I guess, titles. I'm going to leave it at furnish and install. We didn't bring the descriptions of the items over. We can do that from the details screen. I can show you that in a minute. Typically you won't do that. Typically you'll want a more a lengthier description. So let's put those in. In my proposal phrases, I built a couple dummy descriptions here. We had a 440 series, and let me go back up here and put a little space. We had a glide right operator. Okay, so we can automatically insert those, paste those descriptions into our proposal. Any additional options we could put in here, and they could also come from the proposal phrases. Same with extra notes. And here's my price that came over. I've got 4 alternates. Now these alternates will appear as adds and deducts to the total price. So let's just say I want to deduct the mind controller. So I say deduct for doors and operators only, not including mind reader controller, total price. You might want to spell that out. And I'll say, let's say that brings us down to 2,200. So these can be used for different mix and match prices. You have to make it clear in here whether they're in addition, whether they're alternates, and so on, obviously. Set the terms. We'll set residential net 10, and that is done. So we'll save that. Just to give an idea of how it works if we want to paste, if we actually want to paste those descriptions in. I'll make a little space down here. If I go back to the details, let me save that. Go back to the details now. Select the lines that I want to appear in the proposal, and click this button. When I come back to my proposal, there they are. And if I use them at all, I probably want to put them up above these descriptions. But again, this is all customizable and editable. Everybody has a different way of looking at what they want to see on their proposal. So I'm going to save it again. Now I can print it, but if I print it now, it has not been approved. In this case, I have permission to approve proposals. If a salesperson does not have that permission, then it has to be approved by someone who does. You may choose to give the salespeople that permission, but basically this indicates that it's been looked over and it's approved for use as it is. If anything changes up here, the approval automatically will come off. But I'm going to approve it now. I'm going to save it with the approval. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to print it, and if I am the salesperson on the proposal, then I have the ability to print my signature as well. So I'm going to do that. I scratched a signature into this for this salesperson, and it should print on the screen. So if I'm ready now, I can print my proposal. Here's what it looks like. The form is subject to change. I mean, we're still getting feedback from people, and it will probably change. Notice that this phrase up here, this document printed, this date and time, is at the very top. At the very, very bottom, exact same date and time, just so that you know if it goes to multiple pages that they go together. Here's your description. Here are options and notes if we had any. We didn't. Here's our alternate. Here's our price. There's our alternate with a box to initial the alternate. Our terms and conditions. There's the signature. This is what I did with the mouse. I drew it with the mouse. So I suggest you use a stylus on a tablet. That's the ideal way. And then you can save your signatures. We'll show that in a different video. And then there's the purchaser's acceptance. So this, as it stands, because it has a signature on it, and because it had to have been done by the salesperson, you can save this as a PDF, for example, and then email it. And that's what the customer will get. Now down here at the bottom, if the proposal was not approved, this signature line would not appear. These lines for execution would not appear, and it would say in bold letters, note this proposal is a draft and has not been approved for signature, something like that. Okay, so that's the process, start to finish, from bid through proposal.